As Anti-Gang Week is being observed, the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the Ministry of Education continue to roll out initiatives aimed at their dismantlement. Director of Safety and Security in Schools, ASP Coolidge Minto, stated that though spawned largely in the inner cities, criminal gangs reportedly employ recruitment strategies that mimic those used by the security forces.
Dr. Gale pointed out from his research that gangs recruit students as young as age 8 and 9. And that is significant. That was backed up by the presentation from CTOC and NIB. So it's very critical that we're doing the interventions not only at the secondary schools, but we're moving to the primary schools and even beyond. Our minister speaks a lot about early childhood education and the first 1,000 days.
Superintendent Anthony McLaughlin of the Counterterrorism and Organized Branch, CTOC, noted that significant progress is being made, however, toward dismantling gangs, particularly in the West.
We are looking at the first general, we are looking at the Coke gang. And then right, and then we have made, it's the first generation gang, I think that's what it was, right? But there's a gang there that some persons from it were arrested a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. So, and we have them on the radar. We have been doing some work around them and all the other gangs in Western Kingston, and we are close to make some inroads in some of those gangs. Yeah.
The Ministry of Education uses a behavior change method to encourage students to avoid gangs.
Prevention strategies that we're using now, the Anti-Gang Week. Certainly I want to believe that persons who are embedded in a particular culture or a trade or an activity may not be very easy to come out, especially where there may be threats involved and persons feel like there's a sense of obligation. So somebody fund you through a couple of years of school or university or wherever. You feel a sense of obligation. It's not very easy to break ties from that. And that is why where we're targeting now is a number of our students through the behavior modification programs, looking at alternatives to some of these activities, to deviant behaviors.
In addition to being advised to relocate, exiting gangs is reportedly facilitated using a multi-agency approach.
Report it to the police. Say to the police that I've been involved in gang activities. I want to come out. And the police will assist you. There are several ways in which the police can assist you. Plea bargaining? We can assist you, whether through plea bargaining, speak to a pastor. Yes. Go to a church. Say, I am living a life, I used to live a life of crime, and I want to come out now. I am finished with it.
In the interest of sustaining the current anti-gang thrust, ASP Coolidge Minto is encouraging the peer group to get involved.
If we get our students to understand what a gang looks like and what are the features of a gang, then they will be able to help their peers.
Run that by me again. So
the strongest.
What are the features of a gang?
So, a change in behavior is perhaps one of the most noticeable. A child who is perhaps talkative becomes silent, or vice versa. They may change their style of dressing. They may start wearing certain tattoos or certain symbols that you didn't see before.
Start bleach.
Right. And I'm making the distinction because I know you have a public listing. It doesn't automatically mean because somebody wears a tattoo they're part of a gang, but it is perhaps indicative if you see a number of these things. What CTOC did earlier this year was they developed a simple checklist. Say, have you ticked this? And if you tick most of those, then you're saying perhaps the child is involved in gang.
Marion Mary, Frontline News.